Today's exercises are for you if you had a C-section and you want to lose the lower tummy overhang. By the end of this video, you'll have 10 of my best exercises to safely tighten, tone, and flatten your lower tummy muscles after having a C-section. And for more exercises for mums after birth and beyond, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified of my new video releases every week. A C-section is major surgery, and then you're suddenly thrown into caring for a baby 24 hours a day. So it's really important to heal and restore, then strengthen to tone your tummy muscles after having a C-section. I'm Vicky Ward, founder of Bump and Beyond, and I've helped hundreds of clients after a C-section recover, strengthen, and tone their tummy muscles. So if you have a resistance band, you'll need one of those, or if you don't, then you can use a pair of tights or a pair of nylons, if you're American, instead. You'll also need just a small towel or flannel, which will double over for a couple of the exercises as well. We're starting with some dynamic stretches first, just to make the exercises easier for you and to ease up muscle tension and tightness. So come onto your knees and step forward with your right foot. From here, place the hands onto your front thigh and then just bring your knee towards your toe, keeping your front foot flat and your back toe flat as well. So feel the stretch right here in your hip flexor. You want to bring your left hip round a little so it's facing forwards, and then just straighten this right leg. Lift the toe to do so and bring your chest gradually down towards your front thigh. Place your hand right here onto the floor to give you a little bit of extra balance. And then flowing into the hip flexor stretch again, bring your left hip in, right knee comes forwards, and then into the hamstring stretch, hand to the floor for balance. 3 more of these, just flowing easily into the stretch, easing out the hips, feeling the stretch in the back of the thigh. 1 more. And now we're going to just add a side stretch with it. So bring your left arm over, right over, and reach through your fingertips as you stretch your hip flexors, bringing your right knee forward, and then place that left hand onto the floor as you straighten your leg and stretch the back of the legs. So you're just breathing in and then breathing out as you straighten the leg. And you'll feel that stretch through the side of the waist, through your obliques. 1 more. And bring the knee back onto the floor, switching legs. So step forward with the left foot, and then bring the right hip round and in so it's facing forwards. And then a hip flexor stretch, bringing your left knee forward, stretching through your right hip flexor, and then straighten the leg, lift the toe, bring the chest to the thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Just make sure that you relax your shoulder muscles here. Keep your chest lifted and open. And as you straighten the leg, you can take the hand down to the floor just to give you a little bit more balance. If you feel wobbly, it's okay. Many of us are, especially after pregnancy. Okay, 1 more. Now we'll add that arm stretch. You reach up and over towards the side, really reaching through the right fingertips, and then place the hand onto the floor beside you here by the knee as you straighten your leg. So breathing in and then breathing out as you straighten the leg to stretch the hamstring. Really reach across here. Try not to reach forward or lean back. You want to feel that stretch right through the side of the waist. 1 more. And relax. Good. Now we're coming down onto our backs. So just come down safely here. Bring the legs around in front of you and then roll onto your side and then onto your back. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Just hold onto your shins here and then just taking the hands inside the knees. Just bring the knees apart. Bring the toes and the feet apart as well at the same time. Just keeping your lower back flush into the floor underneath you. So just make sure your hip bones are in line with your pubic bone here. Taking a couple of deep breaths, relax your shoulders, and then bringing the knees in. We'll do that again 4 times. Breathing out, opening out the knees, feeling that stretch through the inner thighs. Just preparing the muscles before we start the exercises. So stay with me because this is all really important. Okay, many of us very tight through the inner thighs, especially after pregnancy and birth. Okay, so it's important to recover the muscles again. One more. Breathing out as you open the knees, stretching through those inner thighs. Breathing in as you bring the knees together. Excellent. Okay, let's place the feet down onto the floor. Roll over onto your side. And we're going to practice this really vital, exercise now, which is called the core connection. And we're going to do the left side first, then we're going to do an exercise and go onto the right side. So we're going to lie right down onto our left arm, placing your left ear onto the arm. All right, right here. And then just place the right hand in front of you. Bend the knees, just bring them up slightly. All right, and then from here, place your right hand on the lower part of your stomach muscles. And then take a deep breath in and allow your tummy just to relax forwards. Now this is so important, this breathing. You've got to connect to these lower abdominals again, especially after a C-section where the muscles have all kind of switched off and we want to get them back on again, wake them all up. So you're going to breathe out and then bring the belly button in. Okay, just imagine it's coming inside you, bringing it in. Okay, so kind of pulling it in as if it's coming towards your lower back. And at the same time, just imagine you're zipping up a pair of trousers here from your pubic bone up towards your belly button navel, and then breathe in and allow it to relax. So breathing out, do the same thing, bringing the belly button in, back, zipping up, breathing in, tummy just comes forward slightly, no need to push it out. And then breathing out, again, really try and engage, really try and switch this muscle on, bringing it in and back, creating tension here in the lower part of the tummy muscles. And then breathing in, relax. Twice more, breathing out. Breathing in. One more time, breathing out. Really expel the air. Breathing in and let it relax. Excellent. Okay, rolling over onto your backs to do the hip bridge. So from here, just place your feet back hip width apart and then bring your heels towards your bottom. Just reach down, see if you can touch your heels. And then with your lower back flush into the floor, so just bringing your pubic bone in line with your hip bones here. Squeeze your bottom cheeks, your glutes, and then lift the hips right up off the floor, coming up onto your shoulders, keeping your lower back fairly flat. You want to avoid overarching your lower back. Hands onto the floor. Now squeeze into your fingers, into the heels of the hands, into the triceps. Breathing out, really feeling that squeeze in the glutes. What we want to do here is really strengthen your glute muscles so that, which you need for walking, pushing the buggy, lifting, bending, carrying, so that you're not using the accessory muscles of your lower back, which can lead to lower back pain, lower back ache. All right, so the glutes, you've got to think of them as all part of your core muscles as well. All right, it's a vital part to helping strengthen the entire core and of course your lower tummy muscles. So here we're going to breathe in, slowly roll back down towards the floor, keeping your lower back flat. So gradually bring the tailbone down last, and then breathing in, breathing out, and lifting back up again, right up into that hip bridge. Try and get your hips lifted as high as your knees here, squeezing into your arms, pressing your arms into the floor, and then gradually taking your spine back down to the floor as you breathe in. So breathing out again, lifting right up, a little faster this time, and then breathing into lower. Now we're going to do about 8, 9 more. Feeling that squeeze in your glutes. So really strengthening, toning the bottom muscles. I know this is C-section exercises for your lower tummy, but this is really important. So bear with me here because it's just crucial that you try and strengthen all the muscles, all right, around your glutes in particular, to support your lower back and to prevent your lower back from kicking in on many of the exercises, all right? So you'll be able to really effectively feel the tummy exercises. All right, once you've kind of strengthened your glutes and then protected your lower back. All right, so stick with me, squeezing, lifting those hips, breathing out, breathing into lower. This one also really helps your core and your pelvic floor muscles. So important to strengthen those muscles after your baby. So important to pay attention to your pelvic floor. So you want to breathe out, lift the pelvic floor, up, and then breathe in lower. 2 more, breathing out, lifting up, breathing in lower, or 1 more, breathing out, lifting up, breathing in and lower back down. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to roll back onto our side. Just coming up, bringing the legs around in front. We're going to switch sides and doing the lying core connection breath down onto our right side this time. So lie right down onto your right arm. Rest your right ear onto your arm. Bring your knees up right here and place this hand just on your lower tummy muscles. So what we're doing here, it was just breathing in, allowing the tummy to relax forward, and then breathing out, bringing the belly button right back and in. Breathing in, allowing the tummy to come forward, and then breathing out, bringing the belly button in and back, zipping up the trousers, imaginary pair of trousers. Breathing in, relax. It's just to help you visualize and really kind of get the feeling of activating the belly button and the surrounding muscles in the lower part of your stomach. Breathing in, relax. 2 more, breathing out. Bring in and back the belly button. Breathing in, relaxing forward. Last one, breathing out. And then breathing in, relaxing it forward. Okay, so now we're rolling back onto our backs again for another set of the glute hip bridges. So arms by your sides, knees are bent, feet flat to the floor, about hip width apart. From here, squeeze your glutes, make sure your lower back is flush into the floor. Belly button comes down, scoop it out. Take a deep breath in and then breathing out, rolling up your tailbone, lower back, middle part of the back, and then right up onto your shoulders. Press into those hands, spread the fingers, feel that squeeze in the glutes. Feel your inner thighs activate as well. Bringing down the belly button, feel it through your core, and then breathe in to lower back down to the floor. Now gradually here, so middle part of the back, then the lower part of the back, and then the tailbone, so you don't arch the back. Breathing in and then breathing out. Let's come back up again. Right up, lifting those hips, feeling the squeeze in the bottom muscles. Breathing in and lowering back down to the floor. Breathing out, rolling through the spine. So by that I mean just tailbone, lower part of the back, middle part of the back, upper part of the back, squeezing those glutes and then lowering down to the floor. Each part of the spine rolls down bit by bit. And then breathing out again. So really expelling the air. Breathing in, coming all the way down. And again, we'll do 4 more. Three more, so just pay attention to your lower back. Make sure you're not arching or overarching your lower back. As you're breathing out and lifting the hips right here, you want to feel some activation in the lower part of the tummy, also in your glutes. Feeling that squeeze, or rather pressing into your hands and your triceps. Breathing in, lowering down. 2 more, breathing out. Come right up as far as you can. Breathing in, lower down. 1 more, breathing out, lifting up. Breathing in and lower right back down. Excellent. Okay, so we're rolling onto our sides. And now we're going to focus on the core tummy muscles again, lower abdominal muscles, and also the side of the glutes. So we're lying down onto the upper part of the arm, the tricep, and take the hand behind the back of your head. Rest your left hand just in front of you here, and then bring the knees closer towards your chest. You want to have a 45-degree angle here right at the hips, and then 1 foot on top of the other, this top hip must stack on top of the bottom hip, and then just open and close the top knee, keeping the feet together. Now breathe out as you open the top knee, breathe in as you lower. And again, you want to practice, as you do this exercise, the lying core connection breath that we've just done. So you're breathing out as you lift the knee, breathing in as you lower. Really pay attention to what's going on the hips here. You've got to keep your hips really still. So if you find that your hips are rotating backwards, just shorten the distance where you're lifting the knees. So just make it smaller. 4 more. You want to feel this in the glute medius right here. So that's the outside of the bottom. 2 more. 1 more. Now we're going to open that top knee. We're just going to pulse. Okay, just very small movement here, just up and down, literally just lifting your knee up and down about an inch, okay, or a couple of centimeters. 4 more of these, 3, 2, 1, and then breathing in, lower the knee right back down. Excellent. Okay, so from here, we're going to add in a little stretch, which you're going to love. So we're going to just lie right down onto our back. Straighten out your left leg and then bring your right knee towards your chest and then roll so that you're taking your arms out to the side and just allow your right knee to come down towards the floor. Now with this one, it's quite easy to lift your right shoulder. So you want to ideally just keep your right shoulder down into the floor. Look down your left arm here. Okay, feel that stretch down through the lower back muscles and down through the side of your waist. Now, you can look to both sides. That's what I like to do on this stretch. Just looking down the left arm and down the right. Feeling a little stretch through the inner thigh muscle as well. And then just bringing that bottom leg, that straight leg, bringing the knee up towards the bent position. Roll onto your back, rolling your knees. And then again, let's take it to the other side. So feet back onto the floor. Straighten your right leg, bring your left knee over, arms extended out to the side. Look down your right arm, feel that stretch in all these lower back accessory muscles. So we often have really tight muscles around the spine. They're called the erector spinae muscles. So as moms, with all the lifting and carrying and bending and the changing of nappies and all those kind of jobs that you're doing in your role as a mom, you want to stretch out all these little muscles which can become very tight. All right, and they can inhibit you from really feeling the tummy muscles when you're doing the exercises effectively. So let's look down the arm, down the right arm, then down the left arm. Feeling that stretch. It's all safe for your scar here. Just make sure, obviously, before you do these exercises, your scar has healed. 1 more, and you've had your 6 or 8 week postnatal check from your doctor or your GP. And then just bending both knees, placing the feet back onto the floor. Knees are still bent. Okay, so from here, we're going to roll over onto our side, come up, and then take the legs across the other side for the clamshell on the left-hand side. So lying down on your left arm, your left tricep, taking the hand behind the back of the head, bringing your knees up towards the mat, placing your right hand onto the hips. Keep your hips really stacked, one on top of the other. Feet are together, and then we're just opening that top knee and then closing. Opening the top knee and closing. Now, as you do this, the breath is so important, so you're going to breathe out, lift the knee, breathe in and lower. So breathing out, breathing in. Really key. Okay, to really strengthening the innermost muscle. I talk about this a lot in my other videos, the transverse abdominis muscle. So bringing the belly button right back. Shoulders are really relaxed. Breathing out, breathing in as you lower the knee. And you'll feel this right in that glute medius muscle, so the outside of the bottom. Really engaging and connecting to the lower tummy. This will really help you tighten and tone in this area. It's frustrating after a C-section. I know that little overhang doesn't seem to go away. So stick with this. 2 more. 1 more, engaging, bring that back and in. All right, and then let's lift the knee, hold it here, and then just pulse up and down. And again, just up and down by about 2 centimeters. That's all you need to do. Just pulsing. You'll really feel it. It's going to be kicking in right here, right? So keep it going. 8 more, 7. 4 more pulses. And lower the knees together and hold it here. Okay, so from here we're going to come up onto our forearm. We're going to take the knees back because you want your knees to be level with your hips here. So from here we're going to place our right hand onto the floor for support and then spread the fingers of the left hand. Bring your left shoulder in and then just gradually lift your hips up off the floor. And you want to feel this kind of happening and working right through the side of the waist. Now, to make this slightly more challenging, lift the arm right up, stretch the fingers up towards the ceiling, lift the hips a little higher, bring your shoulder in, and then as you gradually come down to the floor, breathe in. Now with the breathing, we're going to breathe out as we lift, and then breathe in as we lower. Breathing out, and you can adjust like I just did, your body position slightly if you wish, but you just want to make sure when you're doing this exercise, following me here, that you bring your shoulder in as you lift, and then that takes the pressure off the shoulder. Okay, without doing that, you'll feel it a lot in your shoulder. So lifting the hips up and lowering, breathing out, breathing in. Let's stick with this. Let's increase the pace slightly. Two more. Good. 1 more. And lower to the floor. Bring the legs round in front. And we'll lie now onto the right forearm. Doing the same thing. So left hand supports you here. Bring the knees back in line with your hips. Bring your shoulder in to take the pressure off the shoulder. And then lift the hips right up off the floor. If you wish, you can keep your hand down here or extend the arm up, taking the hands right up, the fingers right up towards the ceiling. Breathing out and then timing the breath, breathing in as you lower to the floor, breathing out as you lift. So this one focuses on trimming the side of your waist. These muscles here are called the obliques, okay? And it's really important to strengthen those again because, you know, you're doing activities like putting a car seat into the back seat of the car, you're rotating, you're turning around, checking on the baby. You know, you want the side of the waist to be not only strong, but again, the aesthetic reasons, toning and trimming the side of the waist as well. So bringing the shoulder in as you lift. Now we've got 4 more. Two more, stay with me. 1 more. Now we're gonna hold this one. We're gonna pulse up and down. Taking this arm up, reaching through the fingers, pushing the hips forward so you haven't collapsed back at the hips. 4 more pulses. Keep that shoulder in. 3, 2, 1, and then lower to the floor. Now we've got to do the other side. So just bringing the legs around in front. Resting on your left forearm, knees back in line with your hips. And then lifting the side of the waist, bringing the shoulder in. Place the hand here on the hip or here, or extend the arm, and then just pulse up and down. Keep your feet together, toes and heels together, ankles together, and just pulsing. Now breathe out on each pulse. So that's it, keep it going. 8 more, 7, 6, 5, well done. 4, 3, 2, on, and then inhale and come slowly down onto the floor. Now moving on to the next exercise, which is the heel slide. So let's come down onto our back. Feet are flat to the floor, back hip width apart, knees are bent, arms down by your sides. Just bring your right toes up off the floor, just resting onto your right heel. And then breathe in. You can place a hand on the tummy muscles. I like to do that because it really helps me engage. And then breathing out, belly button comes down, 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 down. Zip up a pair of trousers, again, imaginary jeans, keeping your ribs down, scooping out, and then just sliding that heel along the floor, and then breathing in to slide the heel back towards your bottom. So breathing out, sliding the heel away, extending the leg, keeping the foot flexed, and then sliding the heel back in towards your bottom. Breathing out again. So really important that you're scooping out that belly button, your navel, and then breathing in so that your abdominals don't pop up here. The whole point is to try and create that tension again in the lower part of the tummy to really help, stretch and tone the muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. So got to connect the mind to the muscle again. That's so important because that kind of pathway often switches off after kind of a traumatic procedure of a C-section. All right, and the major surgery that undertakes. So breathing out, just imagine you're scooping out some ice cream and then breathing in. And again, so your lower back is flush into the floor, shoulders are relaxed. Breathing in as you bring the heel back to the bottom. Breathing out. This knee, you want to make sure that's still pointing up towards the ceiling, and you want to avoid the knee kind of falling out to the side. Breathing in. Now to make this slightly more challenging, we can take our left arm overhead as we extend the leg, sliding the heel along the floor, and then breathing in, taking the arm back down by our side. So breathing out, take your arm overhead, place it into the floor, and then bring your arm back down by your side. So really pay attention here, be really mindful of what you're doing with breath and just engaging, really pulling that belly button down, okay, and in, or rather in and down. 2 more. Or 1 more. And then rest the arm down by your side, bring the heel up towards your bottom, and we'll change over. So left heel sliding along the floor, flexing the foot, and then bringing the heel back towards your bottom here. And then again, left heel slides along the floor. Breathing out, scooping down the belly button. Breathing in, bringing it back. Breathing in. Doing great. So breathing out. Mind-muscle connection. Being kind to these tummy muscles. Resting the arms by your side. This is a really gentle exercise just to get, your muscles sort of engaging again. There's no point kind of rushing back into exercises if you're not effectively engaging your tummy muscles. It won't do any good at all. The exercises won't be effective. 1 more. Good, and then let's raise that opposite arm over the head, taking the right arm down to the floor, and you extend the leg, and then breathing in, bringing the arm back down by your side as you bring your left heel in, and then again breathing out, breathing in. Scooping out the belly button. Four more. Remember to keep your lower back flush into the mat underneath you. 2 more. 1 more time. Breathing out, out, out. Really engage. Relax your ribs down. Breathing in and lower the arm down by your side. Foot comes back onto the floor. Excellent. So just quickly over to you. Which exercise are you finding you feel in your lower tummy muscles the most? Tell me in the comments box below. And now we're coming up to standing for the next set of exercises. For the next exercise, you'll need the smaller towel for this one. So I'm gonna just double my small towel or flannel over, and we're going to place it underneath the right foot. So what we're going to do here is really activate the lower tummy muscles whilst we're standing. So we're just going to bend slightly the left knee, not too much, kind of taking it back from the hip, and then lifting your right heel up. You're going to breathe in, slide the right foot away, and as you breathe out, bring the foot in towards the left foot, into kind of shoulder width apart. So breathing in, and then breathing out, bringing the belly button in and back as you bring the foot in. Breathing in, relax, and then breathing out, really engaging those lower tummy muscles. So breathing in, and then breathing out. And the foot is just going straight out to the side, so you're keeping your feet level. And you'll see that you can just bend slightly your left knee as you slide your leg away. But it's just so important here that you're really effectively creating that tension again in those lower part of the tummy muscles as you're bringing your foot in, all right, towards the other one. Just keeping the feet there all the time, they're shoulder width apart. 2 more. 1 more, gets me every time this one, as long as you're doing it correctly. Release, good, and then let's change over. So just taking the towel underneath the left foot, bend the right knee slightly, sitting back at the hip, and then breathing in, taking the foot or sliding the foot away, and then breathing out, bringing the tummy muscles in. Okay, or the belly button in and back, and then breathing in, breathing out, tightening across here. Breathing in and breathing out. Your chest is lifted the whole time, the shoulders are down and relaxed. Breathing out, bring your belly button in. Breathing out. Here, breathing in as you slide the foot away. 4 more. 3, now you can practice this one at any time really. You could do this even in your pajamas. All right, just really, working on engaging those deep abdominal muscles, but it's gonna be so effective for the next couple of exercises, okay? So 1 more. So stick with me. And release. Excellent, okay. So we can just take that away now, and we're just gonna stand with our feet shoulder width apart, so moving into the bodyweight squats. Take your hands just in front of the chest here and just kind of clasp the hands comfortably together. Now, sitting back at the hips, keeping your feet completely flat onto the floor. Take your bottom back and down towards the floor, and then as you come up, breathe out. So breathe in to lower, taking the bottom back and down, sitting back at the hips, and then breathe out to come back up. Just make sure your feet stay really firm and flat to the floor. And focus on taking your body weight back into the heels of your feet as you lower down, and then pushing into the heels of your feet as you come back up. So we're breathing in as we go down, and then breathing out as you come back up. Just keep the hands in front of the chest, because that really helps open out the chest. Works on your posture, helps you support your posture. So with these bodyweight squats, I'll show you from the side, really important that you sit back at the hips and then squeeze those glutes to come back up. All right, and that just really helps protect your knee joints, which can be susceptible after pregnancy and after birth too, all right, from the hormonal changes that have occurred. So you're just breathing in here, and we want to, really engage the core muscles and the tummy muscles as well, because that's what this video is all about. So you are just breathing, zipping up that innermost muscle, that deep muscle, connecting back again, all right, to those muscles which have been through the surgery procedure of the C-section. We're waking those muscles back up, so in these squats, all right, and also engaging the pelvic floor muscle as well. So breathing out, lifting up the pelvic floor, bringing back the belly button. Just a reminder to keep your shoulders really relaxed. 1 more, sitting back, squeezing the glutes to come up. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it down. All right, make this slightly more challenging, and we're going to just pulse down and up, down and up. So what you need to do here is just make sure your tailbone is soft and kind of pointing down towards the floor, and that really helps then you engage that lower tummy muscle, okay? If your back is arched too much, then you'll struggle to really engage. You'll struggle to switch on those lower abs. So just staying down and up. I know you'll feel it through the front of the thighs, you'll feel it through your glutes. All right, but this is really important because it helps you with your everyday activities of squatting down to pick the baby up, or, you know, changing the nappy. So 4 more, 3, 2, chest is lifted, look straight ahead, 1 more, and then slowly come up, breathing out, breathing out. Excellent. Alrighty, now we're moving on to the band pull apart. So you'll need your resistance band for this one. All right, or you can use the pair of tights or the pair of nylons, all right, something stretchy. I'm going to take the resistance band. So just bring the resistance band in front of your chest, extend your arms out, wrists are flat. From here, all right, we're just going to pull the band apart. So bringing the hands out to the side, feel that stretch. And you want to feel that squeeze in the shoulder blades, okay? Feel that squeeze. So you want to breathe out as you bring the hands apart, stretching the band, and then breathing in to bring the hands closer together. Breathing out, feeling a squeeze in the shoulder blades, but also, yes, activating the deep lower tummy muscles. Breathe in and relax the hands closer together. Breathe out. Feeling the squeeze in between the shoulder blades, breathing in. And again, breathing out, breathing in. You can also just step back with your right foot here, which I like to do. Just, you know, feels comfortable. Breathing in, or you can just keep both feet flat onto the floor. Now you feel it in your arms, yes. But it's really that lower tummy muscle, so make sure you're breathing out. Breathing in, so breathing out right here as you bring those hands apart, breathing in. Alrighty, so you have 1 foot in front, just take the other foot behind you, otherwise feet are hip width apart. We'll relax the shoulders, we'll take a quick pause there, and then we're going to breathe out, belly button back, back, back in. Bringing the band close into the chest. You want to keep, you know, really stretching the band. You can bring the band closer towards your chest as you stretch it out. So the band comes in towards you. Breathing out, think about what you're doing here with the breath and engaging the tummy muscles. So belly button comes in and back, always constantly reminding you of that. Okay, so 2 more. Good, 1 more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And just bring the hands back together. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, but with a rotation, just so we're working through the sides of the waist. So bring the band back in front of you. Extend your arms out. So from here, we're going to just breathe in, breathe out, and then pull the right hand and slowly turn towards the right side. Not all the way around, but just slightly, and then breathe in, bring the arms back to the center. And then breathe out, pull around towards the left. Breathe in, back to the center. And again. As you turn, really good full breath out. Zip up that pair of jeans. And again. Fill out through the arms, so just relax the shoulders if they're beginning to ache a little. Back to the center. So this is just all about getting that mind-muscle connection again. So important to do. I see so many people just rush straight back into general fitness classes in the gym, and there's no harm in that, of course. All right, but the important thing is that you've got to switch those muscles back on again. Okay, recover, heal, strengthen, tone in that order. All right, so turning to the side, pulling the left hand, turning to the side, pulling the right hand. One more to the left. Go, go, go. Breathing out, breathing in. Oh, well done. That's it. So, if you want to flatten, tone, and tighten your tummy muscles after C-section and have my personal attention, then book your free discovery call with us to find out how I can help you. Get in touch today by clicking the link below this description and we will book you in for your free discovery call. As always, if you liked this video, then give it the thumbs up and share it with all your mummy friends. Plus, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified of my new video releases every week. What other body parts do you want to tone up? Tell me in the comments box below so I know what videos to produce for you. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time.